Welcome to the Seeking Harmony channel, here we're all about healing, spirituality, and mental health. Today's topic is Mbti, Myers-Briggs type indicator, and it's not so scientific as many people think. What I mean by that is that it's difficult to put people in 16 different categories based on 4 different traits. Introversion and extroversion is first trait, second trait is sensing and intuitive, third is thinking and feeling, and fourth is judging and perceiving. Yeah, so I have made this test many times, and I have usually had like ENTP, extroverted, intuition, thinking, perceiving, but it's changed many times. Only thing that has stayed same for me has been that I'm intuitive, but this is very like entertaining, this test, and people shouldn't take this too seriously. Example, looking for employees in businesses, that this is not that kind of, yeah, it's difficult to put people in 16 different categories based on 4 different traits, but fructus is, I'm sorry, my dog is having some background noise, I'm sorry about it, I'm sorry if she starts to bark, but that's just how it is. Also my neighbors have been, I don't know what's going on there, but anyways, so I'm gonna do the test. I'm gonna read you the questions. I have my laptop here, and I'm gonna say how I'm gonna answer, and let's see what will be my result. So, you regularly make new friends. Yeah, I make new friends, like I can be social, but making new friends, like to deepen their connection with person, not just talking with them, a bit difficult, but I say like I little bit agree with that. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yes, most of my free time I just listen YouTube videos or voice books about stuff that interest me, and also I make homopeds, and there's just 4 of them. But anyways, yeah. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Depends on the person and situation. It doesn't need to be a person that I know that might like. I feel easily empathy, but if somebody, yeah, it's I would say agree a little bit. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Yes, that's just, I love to put all the scheduled stuff. I love to post-it notes. I have always like B plan and C plan, and yes, usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. No, I disagree moderately. Yeah. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to ones that you already know. I disagree, like, also moderately. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Disagree a lot because even though I love scheduling and organizing stuff, I just, how many times going on in my life, it's just how I am. You are very sentimental. Yeah, let's say I agree moderately. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Yes, agree totally. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt about your overall abilities and knowledge. No, disagree moderately, because if you think that you know everything, how can you learn new? Like, how can you learn new if you're all the time like, I need to know everything about everything? No, it's difficult to say like, yeah, I didn't know this, I make mistake, but that's just how things work. Like, you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. If I don't have social anxiety, if the situation is good, if the person is good, but it's not easy. I do it, but it's not easy. So let's say I disagree a little bit. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretation and analysis of creative works. I am very interested of talking about creative stuff, so I say a lot of disagree because I am interested. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I don't. This is the first. This is one problem with me and Mbti. I don't think that emotions and Fructus is eating something. I'm sorry. She was eating this. I don't know where she found it. Emotions and rational thinking should work together, but let's say I follow my heart. I want to be rational, but I don't do something just because I think it's smart, if it doesn't feel good. So I say I disagree moderately. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I disagree a little bit because even though I am full of list and scheduling, I want to have a lot of free time also. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Depends on the people, depends on the situation. But I have tendency to overthink everything. So let's say I agree a little bit. You enjoy participating in group activities. Nowadays I'm in many student organizations. And I have realized that group works doesn't suck in university. That's a good thing because I hated group works in my past, but not anymore. But on the other hand, I say I disagree a little bit because I like to hang out with 2 or 3 people when I was speaking. But I also like to be part of some projects that include many people. And anyways, you like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Yeah, let's say agree moderately. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I say disagree. I'm gonna make video in future about savior complex, and I'm very happy if my loved ones accomplish something on their life. I feel empathy towards them, but I can't make people do things. So I say I don't totally disagree. Let's say I disagree a little bit. Yeah, a little bit egocentric, but I don't mind. Fructus is eating something again. I don't have either what she's eating. What are you eating? Yeah, sorry, she's still eating something. I didn't see anything on her mouth, but let it be. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Totally agree, totally. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yes, agree moderately. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. If people are passive, if people don't do something, I don't like to be the leader, but if I see that people are quiet, I am like, hey, we must do this, let's do that, and I'm not like I'm choosing, I'm gonna make you do what I want. It's not like that. It's like, so would you like to do this and would you like to do that? It's not me being bossy, even though I'm bossy a little bit, but let's say disagree a little bit. I don't avoid leadership roles, but I don't look for them. I think you're definitely not the artistic type of person. Disagree a lot. I love all the stuff doing with art. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? This is difficult because I try to figure out why some people are very into oppressing minorities and why people are racist and stuff like that, and I just can't find any rational reason to why people are that. So values are based on emotions, so I would say it would be good if people would be more rational, but at the same time, so let's say I agree moderately. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Disagree moderately. You enjoy watching people argue. It depends what argue means, but it depends if it's sophisticated argue, or if it's fights I don't like, but I like people are debating. So I think argue is different than debating, so I say that I disagree. I don't like to watch people argue, so disagree a lot. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Let's say a little bit disagree, moderately disagree, because if I would not want any attention, if I would like to avoid attention, I wouldn't do YouTube videos, first of all. Secondly, I love to express myself with style. It's not me wanting attention, but if I would avoid attention, I would do things differently. Your mood can change very quickly. Agree a little bit. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. If I need to rely on people who don't get things done, then I am annoyed. But generally speaking, if I just hang out and talk with people, I would say disagree moderately, because I don't lose patience with people who can't get things done. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Disagree totally. The longer away deadlines are, the better I feel. You have always been fascinated by the questions of what if anything happens after that. Agree totally. Yeah, living on existential crisis 24/7. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. No, disagree moderately. I have friends. I like to hang out in organizations, student organizations, but I'm getting very grumpy and feeling uncomfortable and uneasy if I can't be on my own. So I like to be on my own. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Disagree totally. I love theoretical discussions. You find it easy to empathize with person whose experiences are very different from yours. Agree a lot. I don't know why, but I just empathize with people too often. Like once I was walking from railway station to somewhere, and I just saw some stranger crying on the street, and I needed to call to my friend and be like, should I go to talk with this person? Like, and she was like, don't bother. And I was like, oh, I think I'm doing wrong thing. So I am empathetic. It's problem, but it's okay. I'm controlling it. Usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. No, but my decision changes often, so let's say I agree a little bit. You rarely second guess the choice that you have made. Well, if something is made, why would I be having what if sentences? Like, I can change my plans, but what's done, that's what's done, that's done. So yeah, let's say agree a lot, because I don't second guess choices. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Disagree totally, no, unless I want to get anxious. You enjoy going to art museums. Agree totally. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree moderately. I usually understand people's feelings. You like to have to-do list for each day. Agree totally. You rarely feel insecure. Agree a little bit, because I don't feel insecure so much anymore, and I know how to handle them, and I'm actually gonna make videos about them. How to accept your insecurities. You avoid making phone calls. Totally. Actually, a little bit. I can talk for hours in phone with people that I know, but some like viral phone, like official phone calls, like I need to call to doctor. It's terrible. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from yours. Yes, agree totally. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Let's say agree a little bit, yeah. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Agree a little bit, not much, but a little bit. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yeah, there is these moments that I'm like, oh no, I did this thing 5 years ago, and it's difficult to shake off, like even if there's it's not, let's say I moderately agree. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. I think about it all the time, so disagree because I think those things all the time. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree a little bit. You take great care not to make people look bad even when it's completely their fault. Even though I'm empathetic, but if people have done some not so good, like I don't have like any means to put people in bad light or but I don't take responsibility of how somebody, like what kind of image somebody has. Like it's not my responsibility. But I don't want to put people on bad situations, but I don't. So let's say disagree a little bit. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Disagree moderately. When someone you thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Disagree a little bit. If people can't stand my imperfections, maybe it's better not to hang out with them. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Agree moderately. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is waste of time. No, what is waste of time? Like, this just sounds so bad and nihilistic, but no matter what we do in the world, as long as we are not doing harm, what does it matter? Like, I love to think abstract things that have no, like, any change, but on the other hand, it's important to, let's say that I totally disagree because it's just entertainment to think philosophical questions. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. No, you know at first glance how someone is feeling. Moderately agree. More questions, oh no. You often feel overwhelmed. Little bit agree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Little bit agree. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Agree totally. I love to think why we have certain things as norms and why we have certain things as taboos, and if it's for better or for worse. Yeah. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Little bit agree, yeah. If I don't need something and I see that. Anyways, you struggle with deadlines. Disagree totally. You feel confident that things will for out. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Agree a little bit because it's always important to have hope on life, no matter what's going on. INFJ. So as I said, this is totally different than ENTP that I have had like for years many times. But the N is same, so introverted, intuitive, feeling, judging. Yeah, I think I agree that I'm pretty introverted. Introverted, 62% energy. What I'm talking here. Introverted, 62%. Intuitive, 91%. Nature, what? Feeling, 37%. Judging, 69%. And assertive, 53%. So yeah, I'm pretty intuitive about other stuff. Also, without concerta, maybe I'm more perceiving than judging, but yeah, so it's the green one. Yeah, what they say about this. The rarest personality type of all. Anyways, I'm gonna read this. You can read it if you want, or whatever. But like, what else? So Mbti is nice entertainment. You shouldn't take it too seriously, but it's nice. For me, it changes all the time. Only the intuitive is staying. And what else? It's all very situational. Those questions, as I was thinking them, they were all very situational. So yeah, this was that kind of video for this time. And follow and like and subscribe and follow is the same thing, sorry. But yeah, Comment below what's your Mbti type, and do you think that this what do you think about Mbti? Like, do you think that it's good test, or that it's that we as a society are putting too much value on that? Like, yeah, write your Mbti, and yeah, bye.